Hello, visionaries. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Marisa Talbert. I'm the founder and CEO of Talbert Law Office, your favorite go-to legal resource for all things business, nonprofit, and intellectual property law.
Feel my faith arising. I'm crawling out the trenches, holding me. My life is.
So today we are completing our When Protecting Your Assets Goes Wrong series as we wrap up with part 3 of Piercing the Corporate Veil. In part 1, we discussed how to maintain separate identities between the business owner and the business itself. In part 2, we talked about undercapitalization. And in part 3, we're going to discuss fraud and wrongdoing, which seems pretty intuitive, but it might not be. Of course, if a business is engaging in fraudulent behavior, one expects that there will be negative consequences. But for this video in particular, I want to discuss those activities that you may not even realize are fraudulent, but can get you caught up. So let's jump right into it. One way that you could be engaging in fraudulent activity that could lead to piercing the corporate veil is acting like you're a sole proprietorship when you're really an LLC or a corporation, or vice versa. I've talked about this before, but this is why it is so important to use your corporate designations along with your business name. Another way that your business can engage in activities that the court would deem to be fraudulent is by borrowing money that you know your business cannot pay back. That's considered fraud and theft, and you just don't need to do it. A third way that your business can engage in fraudulent activity is by transferring all of your business assets to another business or another entity, either upon the threat of a lawsuit or just after a lawsuit against your business is initiated. This looks like an effort to avoid creditors in the event that a financial judgment is placed against you. And lastly, another way that your business can engage in fraudulent activity that would lead to piercing the corporate veil is pulling money out for yourself upon the winding down or the dissolution of your business. State laws generally require a very specific order for how to distribute your assets when you close your business. This order is typically paying your employees, paying your creditors, paying back any loans to any business owners, making your final tax payments to include your sales tax, your payroll and unemployment taxes, any property taxes, and your business income taxes. Then and only then, you can distribute the remaining assets to the business owners in accordance with their percentage share of ownership. As we wrap up this series, we're going to end this with a quick checklist for how to stay out of trouble for LLCs and corporations. Some of these tips you've heard before, but it bears repeating. So number 1, sign business documents and contracts in your business capacity and not in your personal capacity. Number 2, do not mix business and personal money or assets. Number 3, maintain a company record book. This should include your foundational documents, such as your articles of organization or incorporation, your bylaws, your ownership ledger, and your meeting minutes. Also, fully detail your financial transactions. Number 4, timely file your annual reports with your Secretary of State. Number 5, register every name that you use for your business. And that registration should either be with your Secretary of State or your county recorders if you happen to be using either a DBA, which is a doing business as, or an FBN, which is a fictitious business name. They're synonymous. Number 6, register your business in every state where you operate. Number 7, understand the rules for operating everywhere you conduct business. Number 8, hold your annual meetings. For LLCs, this will be meetings with your members and or your managers. For corporations, this will be meetings with your shareholders and your directors and officers. And last but not least, number 9, stop listening to people who only think they know what they're talking about. What's understood ain't got to be explained. If you know, you know. Stop listening to those people because they have no clue on how to tell you what to do with your business. All right, well, that'll do it for today. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. As always, this is Talbert Law Office, your favorite go-to legal resource for all things business, nonprofit, and intellectual property law. I'll see you in the next video.
I done made it this far.